It's happened, my friend. Just as we predicted. Nobody got upset. This is exactly what we predicted. Exactly what we told you. Don't get upset. Don't get upset like people, oh, the end of the world. No, 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 no. This is exactly what we told you. We told you this specifically. What is happening? New York, New Jersey, Virginia. Don't get upset. Don't get upset. But this is the second 9/11. America is under attack. And America doesn't get it. America thinks this is just some race. America thinks this is just some guy with a funny name, kind of like Barack Obama. Oh, no, 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 no. Barack Obama wasn't even, he was barely American, much less a Muslim or, oh, no, no. He was like our crew, everybody here in the conspiratorium, if you've just heard me for the first time, we've been talking about this forever. But the Republican Party, in particular, has been walking around with a thumb up its ass for the past, I don't know what, worried about everything except that what matters. And when we told you we were called a conspiracy theorist, we've been talking about globalism. We who watch the entire world, we've been watching what's happening in Europe. And America thinks that well, we're favored by God. See, this is it. And we're gonna blame, they're gonna blame Curtis Sliwa, and they're gonna try to point fingers, and Jack Ciattarelli in New Jersey did a hell of a fight against Mikey Sherrill. Last time he lost by a couple of points. I don't know. There are some allegations in Montclair about some weird elections to show you how bad the Republicans are. Whenever we bring up voter intimidation, voter fraud, what do? They tell us to shut up. They were the worst ones. People were told to shut up. Remember why they got rid of Tucker. See, we've been talking about this for the longest time. So don't be upset. What are you upset about? Boy, you didn't know this? You didn't what? You bring two hacks, Curtis Sliwa and Andrew Cuomo, that's it? Well, you know what? F you. You got what you wanted. Oh, but you had your cable news. You had your MAGA. I mean, Trump can't do it. I don't blame Trump for anything. And they're going to extrapolate. Oh my God, they're going to extrapolate. And they're going to talk about now the end of civilization. The end. It's going to be a wave of Islamists to say, we know. We told you that. We told you. And when Biden and others began this attack, what did we do? Nothing. America doesn't fight back. We just sit. We talk a good game. Oh, we love to do things like we'll go out and we'll do, I don't know what you want to call it. We'll do push-ups. That's a good one. And I don't know. Has anybody heard how the Minnesota? Remember that guy Omar's Fatty? Anybody? Here's to you, folks. Uncle Lenny's been talking about this. Listen, and I mean everybody here. Look, consider yourself. Come on into the party, but I don't want to see any tears. I don't want to see anybody upset. What did you think was going to happen? Two hacks, Curtis Sliwa and Andrew Cuomo. Are you kidding me? I mean, it's a little moon. I'll say you've got this young, vibrant guy, and we get these recycled. What is this? Hunts Hall? What is this? Some remake of the Bowery Boys? Leo Gorcey and Salazzo? You gotta be kidding. Maybe the American, either the Republican Party or the conservatives or somebody will wake up. Oh, no, I'm not going to go through this routine. I'm not going to go through this thing. But let me tell you something, my friend, New York, this is yours. And to all my friends in New York, all my lefty friends who believe in the no kings, you don't want the kings, you don't want it. Great, knock yourself up. Remember when we had in New York the pussy, not the riots. No, that was in Russia, but the pussy hats. Remember that? Remember that movement? Remember that? Hey, come on, New York, come on. Come on. You like this? Terrific. You should be happy tonight. You were the ones who went after you and Tish James, and you created this world where you go after people like Donald Trump, and you laughed at that. Well, guess what? You think this guy's yours, don't you? Don't you? You think that Zohran Mamdani, that commie, by the way, nobody can still say his name. I mean, no one. I'm the only one who said Mamdani, and I'm even that's not the right word. I don't even know. You know what? I don't even care. I don't even care. So I'm not. I hope you understand something. So what's it going to be? What's it going to be? What's it going to be? Rather than saying, "Well, what's going to happen? We're going to have music and mosques." You tell me. You wanted this. You know what? And I hope it's right in the. I hope it's in the Village and the Upper West Side and the Upper East Side. All anybody with anybody who voted Democrat, anybody, some big strongholds, which is pretty much Manhattan. By the way, the only one, Staten Island, the only one who basically Cuomo won, and then number 2 was Curtis, and then Mom died. Staten Island is it's just an oasis. So, like I said, what are you going to do? Don't look at me. No mosques around me. Where I live is in. What are you going to do? Come on, Kathy Hochul. Come on, Hakeem Jeffries. Come on, Chuck Schumer. This is it. Welcome them. Go ahead. This could be the greatest thing that ever happened to the Republican Party or the Conservative Party or the American Party or whatever it is. This could be the greatest thing ever. How are you going to play this? How are you going to play this? What happened? Our first 9/11 was not good because we just basically opened up war against the entire world for reasons that nobody understood. This could be it, but I'm not holding my breath. You see, the Republican Party or the Conservative, whoever the hell these people are, I would have had contingencies like the 2025 plan. I would have had a series of them, the 5-year plan, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I would have had everything from media to media, government, organizational, grassroots, you name it, ready to go. What are you going to do about this? What are you going to do? Well, first of all, everybody's going to sit around. They're just going to be belly aching. Well, this is the end of this. Well, this is going to be the end of this. This is the end. And Islamism. And it's okay. And where were you? Where were you? Where were you? I mean, now that it's done and now that it's over and now that look in New York, look at this. We have Eric Adams, who's mentally retarded, with all due respect to the mentally retarded. Salazzo, Cuomo, who's just a joke. This is it. And then Curtis, God bless him, but he really is more like a bit player in some kind of a sitcom or something because nobody ever really takes him seriously. He's just the wrong guy in the wrong time. I like him. I've always liked his spunk, but I'm not going to blame him. It's not his fault. It's your fault, not you, the Republicans. What did you want? Where's our guy? Where's our young, attractive man who can do pull-ups and spouts like our own kind of Charlie Kirk or somebody that we could go out and we could really build and we could but this is all moot. But we've been talking about this forever. Why? Because you and I have been looking at and we read things nobody reads. We've been looking at international news. We've been looking at around the world, and we've been seeing what's happening. And New York's kind of saying, oh, don't worry. It's okay. Once they figure out what's going on, don't worry. Our side will win. Who's going to vote for this guy? He's a joke. Come on. Don't you know these plans won't work? He's a socialist. He's a Marxist. He's a communist. He's this. He's that. You can't have free buses. You can't have free this. You can't. You can't. You can't. This is the most important thing in the world. What are you going to do? If I ran the show, they wouldn't recognize it. First of all, whatever this party is, and I don't mean just New York, but New York, but the GOP, do you mean to tell me with Trump having the best years and the best wind at his back, did you not see this Islamist move coming? Or were you too busy not to be called an Islamophobe? Is that it? They were telling you. Did you not understand? I don't understand. Our enemies are from within. They're not from elsewhere. They're here. They're here. Now, the only thing I can say, and the only thing, is that there has to be a group of people funded, organized, and created by some high power, pretty powerful people to sit back and make his life a living hell in terms of what goes on, in terms of every move he makes, to have people deliberately flooding, I mean to the point, make him know the pain that President Trump knows. They've got to vet everybody. They've got to know everybody who is appointed, everybody who is on his staff, and everybody who sides. You want to make it real radioactive. You want to make people think, this might not be a good move for you. Because something tells me in the back of my mind, maybe I'm not, I'm thinking people say, well, this is okay. But somebody says, listen, do me a favor. This is not the time for you to show your ass right now, Mamdani. So take it easy. You got that, mommy? Mommy the commie? Take it easy. Take it easy. Don't think you're going to go into this right away hardcore. It ain't going to work. Just take it easy. Because they've already told you. Remember, we've got midterms coming up. Remember that? Remember that? Midterms. Oh, roll the tape. Let's get everything. Roll the tape. This is the part which is the most important thing to know. Roll that tape, friends. Let's make sure everybody knows this, because it's not going to be just here, but it's going to be everywhere. It's going to be everywhere. Everywhere, all over the world. It's going to be like something you've never seen before. It's going to be fantastic. And one of the things which is the most important thing, and I mean it sincerely, I can't wait. I can't wait to see what happens. And also another thing too is, remember, people are saying, well, New York, this is your city. Well, you think so? You think so? This is our city? Is that what you think? You think this is just us? You don't see this coming? See, this is how stupid people are. This is how stupid. They don't recognize the fact this is happening not here, but around the world. So here's what happens, and this is the most important thing for me to do, is to tell people, what do you think we're going to do about this? What do you think? I don't know. I'm not going to sit around and complain. We've been through this before. We've been telling everybody what's going to happen. And we've been saying for the longest time what's going to happen. We have been saying this, and everybody's been knowing this. This was happening, okay? You understand this? This is the most important thing in the world. So let me ask you something. What's your take? What would you do? What would your reaction be? What would your take be? What would be? Because I'm telling you, I'm saying, go ahead. Get ready. We're going to start showing. You're going to marry, kind of like these forced marriages. you're going to marry Mamdani. You're going to marry him. He's yours. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. We just married you to him. You got that, Democrats? Everywhere. And he's going to be the one. Everybody who marched with him and everybody who loved him and everybody who saw it, this is yours. You're going to own him. You're going to rue the day this happened. Oh, we're going to have film crews. We're going to have documentary. Just wait. It all started with a twisted dream. Everybody was so happy about that. Remember that? Come on, let's go. And tell them, come on, let's go. When do we get the free buses? When do we get the free buses? Come on, let's go. The free buses. I want everybody to cover every single aspect of the story of the free buses. I want every moment, every riot, people barbecuing on the buses, people screaming and yelling. I want everything. And I want the world to say, see what happens? See? You like this? This is yours. He's the Democratic Party. Because they're obviously saying, wait a minute, no. Oh, no. He's yours. You got that? And everybody who runs, I want there to be everybody like mad to flood every city councilman, everybody to say, do you go along with this? Where's my free stuff? Where is this? I want him to be a political liability. I want him to be radioactive. I want him to be the worst thing, not for us, but for the Democratic Party. I want this to be absolutely the end of society. And let me remember, my friends, remember all of your friends are going to be calling you up and laughing. They love to mock you. They weren't laughing when Joe Biden was walking around incontinent, walking around talking to himself. They thought it was great. They actually thought, believe it or not, that Kamala was, these people, I don't know what they want. They're just never, they have no plans. They just want to see the country fail. But that's okay. You own this. Congratulations, Democratic Party. You just married him. This is a forced marriage. Think about this. We're going to have this a forced marriage. And I don't want to use any type of, they're going to say I'm Islamophobic. Doesn't matter. I'm going to have people. And as far as the rest of the, I couldn't tell you what happened as far as Jersey goes. I don't know. Scott Presler deserves absolute yeoman credit and work for what he did. Dear God, he was terrific. He did everything as power. Listen, they want Mikey Sherrill. Okay, so get ready for your LGBTQ. Remember this. This is the thing which is important. This is the critical part. Because they've got to understand something. The midterms are coming up. And I'm going to say this again. They just married. It's a forced marriage of Zohran Mamdani. They married him. This is theirs. And they're going to marry. And remember, this is going to be all about the lieutenant governor, was it Maryland? She's a Muslim, which is wonderful. And then you've got this movement, Linda Sarsour. Ooh, I will make her a just an absolute a household name. I will make everybody. I will have everybody ask, where's my bus ride? Where's my free bus? Where's my free food? Where's my city-run stores? Come on, Zohran. Where is it? Where's my daycare? Where's my rent freeze? Come on, let's go. And then he turns to Kathy Hochul, the governor of New York, and she's going to say, don't look at me. And you've got Hakeem Jeffries who says, I don't know. And I say, come on, he's one of yours. And make him realize, make him be the biggest flop anybody has ever seen. The Harold Stassen. I hereby commit by within the rules to highlight, to showcase every single thing he does wrong. Because there comes a point, they did it with Joe Biden. When Joe Biden was walking around incontinent and out of his mind, they did the same thing. They made people aware of him. When we pointed out every lunatic thing that Kamala Harris said, it worked then. I want every moment. The wife that was never there, the ties, let us show every single thing. Remember that picture of Obama who went either to Kenya or Africa wearing some type of was a white get up. I think the last is a terrible word, but I mean some ceremonial thing. Oh, he hated that one just as much as he hated the pictures of him smoking, which he never stopped. Oh, I want people to know, get ready, my friends. This is terrific. I want there to be one division of our team devoted squarely to where's my free bus? Where's my food store? Where's my child care? Where's my, and then go through this over and over. Where is it? And just start marching and driving this guy crazy. Social media we need intel. We need big money, and we need absolutely powerful people laying out the plan for propaganda for the message. Remember, midterms. They are going to rue the day. He's going to be the Harold Stassen, the Pat Paulson, the whatever, the Chauncey Gardner, the being there, whatever you want to call it. Get ready. He's going to enjoy this period. He's going to be saying, and then we're going to see his style. Does he show up to work? Does he turn into a Bill de Blasio? Does he work on time? Does he a hard worker? What does he do? Who is his staff? Please, I beg you, let his inner circle look like something from some James Bond movie with every kind of, I'm sorry, every kind of foreign dress, hat, garb, name. Get the point across. Pray that he does something like has calls to prayer. Let's hope he does it, because this is the only way that people are going to get the word out. And this is what people have to understand. And you can sit here all day long and complain all you want. I'm not interested in this. It bores me. Johnny Mazespaz says, wasn't it the Soviet leader Nikita Khrushchev that said, we will bury you within, we've done it to ourselves. But Johnny, and I thank you for this, my dear brother. Hey, Johnny, this has been coming on forever. Is anybody surprised? Is anybody surprised? Is anybody? Who didn't know this was coming? Oh, yeah, we talked about it the last minute, but nobody believed it. Nobody thought that seriously. Salazzo and Hunts Hall, Leo Gorsi, you're kidding me. That's it? This is the most amazing thing in the world. Maybe this is a wake-up call to the Republican Party. Maybe the Republican Party of New York City and New York. Look at the three losers that we had. Seriously, this is a joke. This is like a bad sitcom. You've got a man, nobody whose name you can't pronounce. Remember when we thought Barack Hussein Obama? Ooh, that's so difficult. No, it's not. Try Zohran Mamdani. Nobody said his name right. I don't think it's because they deliberately tried. I don't think they cared either. But then you've got Hunts Hall, Curtis Sliwa, who loves cats, feral cats. And I like him. He's a good friend of mine. Come on. Are you kidding me? And then you've got Salazzo. You've got The Undertaker. You've got Andrew Cuomo, who covers the excitement spectrum from A to B. He's like a mortician. He's like a ghoul. The Love Gov, who basically could not. He probably is the biggest serial killer of the elderly since these Munchausen's by proxy nurses at hospitals. I mean, this is a joke. This is after Eric Adams. It just kept getting worse. Okay, Eric, we love you. We love you. He's getting frequent flyer. I don't know. Curtis, for his honesty, pretty much maintained. He goes, I'm going to be there. But let's see what happens to him. His legacy. Ooh. When the you know what hits the fan, my friends, a lot of people, his name is going to be dirt. What does he say next time? I told you so. No, Curtis, we told you so. We told you so. And now he's going to govern. Remember the movie or the TV show, Jack Reacher? And I've told you about this scene. And I love this scene. It's where Jack Reacher's about to just kill this guy, beat him up or hurt him. And he said, remember, you wanted this. And that's going to be our line to the people of New York City. And by the way, it's not just here, but it's the country. Remember, you wanted this. You applauded this. You thought it was great. You thought it was groovy. You thought it was wonderful. You thought it was terrific for there to be finally this young man. Well, guess what? You got your wish. And I want every lefty Democrat to understand, guess what? You wanted this. And let me just say one more thing. This is not socialism. It's worse. Socialism makes sense. I mean, you may not like it, but socialism has a rule. Marxism has a rule. This is pretend. This is giveaway stuff. This is just bleed the bank, welfare giveaways. It's insanity. Like nothing we've ever seen before. Don't you see what's happening? But listen, my friends, don't let the people, they're going to gloat. Oh, it's like the person on the Titanic who hates the captain and laughs when it hits the iceberg. You know, you're wondering, well, I don't know what they're laughing about, but this is something which is very important. And that's the way it's going to be, my friends. So believe me, let me just, I am not upset. We knew this. I've been sitting Shiva forever. We've been doing our best. I've been to put on a good face to let people know, trying my best to say, well, hey, there's a chance. And hey, the voters are great. The voters, and then people would say, well, boy, the voter turnout, that will definitely work. That will definitely work. Into wonderful story. It's just, oh God. It's been like waiting. It's like waiting. It's like having that. This is terrible. This is terrible. Do you know how do we say this? Do you know how people, this is terrible. Have you ever known somebody who says, well, I've got this disease. Ooh, and it's not good. You think, ooh, and they're going to say, but you know what? I'm going to fight it. I'm going to go into herbal stuff and natural and homeopathic. I'm going to take prune juice and coffee enemas and hyperbaric green tea and IV of lemons. And you think, oh my God! But you know what? Because they're hanging on. They're hanging on to something. They don't know what to do. It's kind of like the way they did it with Steve Jobs. It's like, what are you doing? He'd be alive today if he went to a doctor. But the point is, people are going to be, there's this shock. This is Elizabeth Kubler-Ross. This is just shock. It's not even anger. It's shock. But there shouldn't be a shock. There shouldn't be a shock. This is something that is happening all over the place. And they didn't fire a shot. It's 9/11 part 2. It's exactly what's going on. So I'm going to say, what are you going to do about it? Because remember something, I hate to say it. It's like you being on a plane and you saying, well, there's a fire up there, but it's not in our row. It's like, New York is the engine room of the country. And there are the big cities that you're going to run away from. And I know you're going to, we're going to run away. It's in our area, so to speak. Big Bobby Tandown says Minneapolis has ranked choice voting results will not be final tonight. Is this tonight for? Hang on a minute. Let me see. Omar Fateh. Let me see what to expect. Minneapolis mayor's race. Fry versus Fateh. Remember Fry? Remember Fry was that real lefty guy at first? Remember this one? Polls have closed in Minneapolis, where voters spent Tuesday choosing the city's next mayor in a ranked choice election. Ooh, ranked choice, not good. Ooh. See, we don't have ranked choice. We have ranked choice only in the primaries. But remember Fry? Fry was that George Floyd, real lefty wuss. Remember that one? Remember that? Remember that one? It was that crazy George Floyd world. This guy thought he was terrific. See, this guy thought he was just great. Well, guess what, my friend? It's over there, partner. It's over. But it's still fascinating because remember, I've been doing this a long time. I've been through Trump. I've been through Hillary. I've been through Biden. Sorry, if you think this is the end of the world, it's not. I've been here since I was here on 9/11. I know a little bit about this stuff. I don't want to. First of all, I want to tell you, just calm the F down, as the kids say, but take it easy for the love of God. This is still a shock wave, and it shouldn't be. I don't understand this. It should be a shock wave. Zohran's victory, which everybody knew about, has this. I'm going online. Sent tremors through every corridor of power, and what began as a protest candidacy became the most consequential political upset in decades. 34. You never had a job. You never did anything. Just mocking him, bolstering him among his people. Did you hear what they're saying about me? Yeah. He represents not only a generational change, but this ideological something or other, this rupture. A socialist and Gracie Mansion. His rise, has been hailed by progressives, not Democrats. Progressives is proof that the old order is collapsing. Yeah. And to others, it seems, my friends, like it was some kind of dangerous Dungeons and Dragons. Like, could this happen? And the numbers tell a different story, and a story of rebellion. Disillusioned young voters turned out in record numbers. How do you like that? Propelled by promises of free transit and city-run groceries and economic justice, whatever that means. And what they heard was hope. And what the rest of the city heard was a bill coming due, because we're adults. We're not stupid. Mamdani's win marks not just some transfer of power or the next generation. It's different than that. But it goes to show you something else. It's something else. This is a transformation in what voters believe government should be. Listen to what they're saying. Don't dismiss them. Now, here's Andrew Cuomo. By the way, the worst. Dour, ghoulish, moribund, never even campaigned. I don't even think he had an office. His comeback effort, whatever that one was, audacious. This is a man clawing his way back from scandal, pleading in essence for one last chance to prove that competence, his competence mattered. And for a while it may have worked. His debate performances, whatever, I guess, reminded New Yorkers of the maybe the sharp, shrewd governor that he once was, when he once commanded respect. But the ground had shifted tremendously. And those of us who were voting, the electorate that he once governed, also evolved into something a little bit more. See, we changed drastically. We're not the same group anymore. Again, I don't think these folks realize this. I don't think he recognizes who we are. We changed drastically. We did. It's that simple. Bobby Tan, thank you. Bobby, boy, Bob, a boy, I'll get it, Bob, a boy, says 7% Gotham is now Goliath City Hall will fly the Philistine flag. Now, liberal ladies, your burqas are waiting. Well, let's see what happens. Hey, but you know what, my friend? And thank you, my friend. They may like this. They may think this is great. They may. Remember Cuomo's message, I can make the trains run on time. Ooh, where have we heard that one before? It landed flat. It landed flat in this place where ideology replaced infrastructure as the currency, of politics, because people think, we don't care about that. They just like ideas. It's a new group. It's a new world. He couldn't escape his past, and he couldn't compete, with a movement that promised revolution without cost, whatever the hell that means. And the irony is that Cuomo's caution, once his strength, became his undoing. He underestimated the appetite for change, but he doesn't really get it. And then there's Curtis Sliwa. Curtis, the berate guardian of street populism. God bless him. He entered the race as the conscience of the forgotten class. His base, working class New Yorkers, cops, firefighters, the pope of populism. It's true. Small business owners, he did it. He shared with others, and they reacted, his alarm about crime, homelessness, collapsing order, mental illness. His campaign was driven by, many people believe, the authenticity, but in the city that's increasingly, polarized between far left ideologue loons and cynical pragmatism, sincerity wasn't really enough. But his greatest strength, his independence, was also his weakness. You see, he fractured the anti-Mamdani vote. He destroyed it. Every vote for him was a vote pulled from Cuomo, not Mamdani. The math was brutal. And they said that to him. And the result was predictable. And by the time election day arrived, his populist energy had been reduced to, again, more symbolism. A lot of symbolism here. And the GOP, listen, for Republicans, the election was an autopsy. And I'm not even a Republican, but an autopsy, a necropsy, kind of a postmortem of their irrelevance in urban politics. This is the bottom line. This is what we have to make people understand. They have to grasp this. And nobody I know wants them to say this, but it's a God's honest truth. There's a bigger part. This is it. The state party, leaderless, directionless, offered no unified vision for city voters who are desperate for stability. None. And instead of trying to cultivate and grow a broad, disciplined coalition, maybe get their version of it, they remain splintered. One faction was writing emails for money, another one chased sound bites, and while the rest of them just had parties and said, we're right, they're stupid, let's watch cable news. And the result of all this is very interesting, is this Mamdani faced no credible challenge from the right. The conservative movement in New York has relied too long on nostalgia for Giuliani era, toughness, without really offering a new playbook for modern crises. As the Democrats were tearing each other apart, Republicans stood on the sidelines, mumbling and muttering about values and whatever, and missing their moment. If this loss teaches anybody anything, among us, and there's a lot to be learned here, it's that outrage. Outrage without organization changes nothing. The GOP's inability to mobilize, even in the face of this socialist ascendancy, should terrify national leadership. You can't beat that. You've got a full-blown leftist lunatic, but things have changed. It's like they don't know. It's like the Japanese. What was that feller's name? I always remember this. The name of the Japanese soldier who didn't know the war was over and had to be deliberately or specifically talked to by members of the leadership to say it was okay. The war's over. We gave up. Remember that guy? This is one of my favorites. His name is Hiru Onoda. Hiru Onoda. Yep, that's it. That's the guy. Because the Republican Party, they don't know what the hell they're doing. There is no Republican Party. Their haughtiness is all that mattered. We're right. They're wrong. Zohran Mamdani, let me tell you something. You say what you want. His victory wasn't spontaneous. It wasn't something like that. No. It was engineered. Progressive networks like the Democratic Socialists of America, Justice Democrats, their satellite nonprofits spent years seeding activists into city institutions and schools and community boards. And the message was consistent. Government should be the provider, not the referee. And they laid the groundwork. They were so good. And the ideological and philosophical and religious, whatever, infiltration culminated in this incredible move. I'm looking right now at this. Yep, Alvin Bragg wins re-election. Of course. Oh my God. I just got a little text from my friend Natalie Moore. She says, "Oh, I'm so sorry." I said, "Don't worry, you're next." Oh, they're great. Natalie and Clayton from Redacted. But anyway, this is important right now. This is critical. Because I want you to understand something. They did it right. See, but behind this, this ideological nonsense, the idealism, there was this sophisticated operation that was really good. And it was funded by national donors, tech-driven voter outreach. They were so good. And what looks like grassroots or maybe AstroTurf, whatever, it was in fact a well-coordinated campaign machine. They were so good. And for traditional Democrats, this should be the loudest wake-up call yet because they've been outflanked not by Republicans, but by the only radical wing which now controls the narrative. Okay? It's forget people understanding it. Forget people grasping this. Now comes, my friend, the reckoning. Mamdani's promises. Free transit, universal rent control, or freezing, and city-run groceries. It is going to collide with fiscal gravity. It's going to be pow. New York's budget already buckling under pensions and public unions and debt cannot absorb another wave of giveaways unless his goal is just to destroy the city. Investors are going to flee, tax revenue will plummet, and maybe that's the idea. And the middle class will continue its quiet little exodus. They're going to make it a ghost town. At least that's their goal. And the question is not whether Mamdani's agenda will fail, but how long it will take. Because bureaucracies can't operate on hashtags, and compassion cannot pay bills. And when the reality of trying to run a city, replaces this ideological poetry and the beauty and the little Hallmark card greetings of campaigning, the applause will fade and the consequences will remain. Now, what's the conservative counterattack? The silver lining for the right, if it can act fast, is that chaos creates opportunity. Remember that? Every failed policy, every crime spike, every fiscal collapse will serve as a case study in the perils of unchecked, unlimited, unvarnished, unwatched progressivism, or whatever you want to call that. Conservatives are going to be, I hope they are disciplined enough to understand this and to frame this not as a "we told you so," but as an invitation to return to order, to safety and self-reliance. This is our turn. This means real strategy, a focused messaging campaign highlighting the broken promises, getting real candidates who are attractive and smart and young. Where's my free bus? Where's my free grocery? Where's my childcare? This is what they're going to be asking. It will resonate with voters disillusioned by reality. And don't think I'm against going on and having professional actors do this. Agent provocateur. When people see their rent rise and their taxes climb, ideology is just going to fall apart. It's going to lose its shine. But this, my dear, look, you know this. This will only work if the movement organizes early. If it recruits good, credible candidates, who it speaks to the pain of everyday citizens rather than the comfort of talking points. And cable news isn't going to do it. Cut your cable addiction. See the midterms and beyond. See the ripple effect from this win will reach far beyond the 5 boroughs. Oh no, national Democrats will have to decide whether to embrace his model or run from it. If this administration collapses, and I mean collapses, under the weight of his promises and this cotton candy unicorn, we are kumbaya, whatever this nonsense is, moderates will have their proof that socialism is political suicide. This may be the Mamdani effect. But if he somehow stabilizes the chaos, the left is going to take it as a license to go national. And then it gets interesting. Now, for the Republicans, the midterms now carry new urgency. New York has become a warning, a kind of a symbol of what happens when the political power gets out of control. This is going to take a long time to unpack all this stuff, as we say. Marcus Aurelius says, now that Mamdani won, will you go back to Tampa? No. Dear God, no. Why? Why be like Roseanne? Remember when people made fun of Roseanne? Not Roseanne. This is terrible. Rosie O'Donnell. Remember that one? Why are you leaving? What is it? When did we get to be such pussies? You know what the first thing everybody tells me who goes back to Florida say? You didn't tell me about this. Is I told you about Florida. It's okay. There are eight million. Let me see if I can get this right here. Population, New York City. As we speak right now, it is population. See, it was 8.478. So 8.5 million people. 8.5 million people. 8.5 million people. Do you know how much terror you have to exact to affect 8.5 million? How much crime? Do you know at the height of the crime, even when people were being mugged, the majority of people said, it never happened to me. We're 8.5 million. Do you know what that means? If Mamdani, it would take 50 years for something. But there's this terror. That's okay. I want you to keep doing this. Keep telling people. I want people to say, great, look what you've done. Make them think this way. But let me tell you something. You are next. Don't laugh about this. Don't laugh about this. You are next. This isn't just about this. So Marcus Aurelius, bless your heart. Thank you. Bob Abui, thank you. Bobby Tandowd, thank you. Johnny Maz, the Spaz. You're terrific. You're great. I appreciate that. And thank you for being a part of this. Now, tonight, listen to me 1 to 5. This is live on WABC. Ooh, have I got a lot to say? A lot to say. A lot to say. And I've got so much to say. And the thing about it is that it will take people to get past this original, like sitting Shiva. But this is 9/11 part 2. This is 9/11. This is a wake-up call. I want people to understand that and listen carefully. But go back to Florida? What? Go back to Publix? What am I going to do? What? What? Maybe we can walk up and down Bayshore. Ooh, no. No. Sorry. I mean, I love the place. Great people, but There is nothing like this place. On it, there's no such thing as boring. I love to be around a lot of people. I hate to be bored. I hate to have to drive everywhere. I like to be able to walk places. Here we go. Suitcase to you says New York will turn Muslim. Wonder what so many New York Jewish that hate Republicans and trash President Trump will be. Up creek, no paddle. If you think that New York, with 8.5 million people, are going to turn Muslim, do you? And thank you, by the way, for that. Do you see? You're not used to this. You're not used to this. The boroughs of New York City, the 5 boroughs, if you had to compare them to cities or their rank in the nation, how big the 5 boroughs would be, what would they be? Have you ever done this or thought about this before? It's just incredible. Brooklyn, by the way, comparable to a major U.S. city, is like Chicago or Los Angeles, making it the 3rd largest city if it were independent. Brooklyn is comparable to Chicago or Los Angeles, just Brooklyn. Queens is similar in size to Houston. It would be the 4th largest city in the nation. Manhattan would rank as the large city, similar to Philly or Phoenix, placing it 6th, because we actually don't have as many people. And the Bronx would be the 10th most populous, just slightly behind San Antonio. And Staten Island would be the smallest, with a population of about 500,000. So that's the way that kind of works. So think about that. This is Brooklyn. So again, people if you've never lived here before, you don't understand the size. I mean, you just can't believe it. So if somebody were to do it, Europe, everyone look there, absolutely. Suitcase, and the UK in particular, absolutely. So we'll see. So anyway, dear friends, please listen tonight. Listen to me on WABC. Thank you all. Thank you so much. I applaud you. Hand farts for you. In case you've just tuned in, this is how I send my love, with crepitation. I'm a manualist. That's for you, and that's for Mamdani. Hang on. There we go. There we go. That baby. That's for you, Zohran, and your ilk. You got that one? All right. See you tonight at 1 to 4, or 1 to 5, rather. Anyway, have a great and a glorious night. Love you, my friends. God bless you. Until then, remember, the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue you. Dad.